going on? This is Will with the Wangzilla channel. Gonna do a quick exterior mod, and not on my cars, but actually I'm gonna be doing it on my house. Well, in this case, I guess it's the dog house if I'm in trouble with the wife, but this is my TUFF Shed, and I already installed one of them. Just a little exterior light with the solar panel on top, covered up, and it lights up. Picked these up on Amazon. I guess they're called porch lights or some such, but I know when I go to the shed at night, can't see anything. And yeah, 6-pack of solar lights. I picked them up. They're called SUNFACE. 2 installation modes, 2 lighting modes, and they're pretty simple. They're called deck lights. Pretty simple thing, but it's got a solar panel. It's got a little switch on the bottom. Default's off, but you can go in white, or you can go to color mode. If you cover it up the solar panel, it detects it. I can throw it on the floor, I guess, but you can see here, lights up white, or you can go to color, and it does like a slow strobe between a number of colors, I guess maybe for Christmas time or something, but I'm going to default it to white. And then what you also get are these little diffusers, which is like a glass with the bubbles in it to help diffuse the light out, so it isn't just a little direct beam. It can help light up maybe an entire entranceway to my sheds. And I'm probably going to put this on my fence by my gates, so when I'm trying to open the gate up with my key in the middle of the night, I can actually see what I'm doing. Anyways, these snap together pretty simple. Notice here they have a little notch on one side. Right here it's smooth on the other side, but here's a little notch. And then if you look inside of here, there is a notch, and then you just want to line the notches up, and then this snaps into place. Double check the light again. Can't really tell in daylight, but it does light up and diffuse. Got these little fake bubbles or whatever in there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount it above my TUFF Shed here, and then you want the panel outward. Obviously you don't want it tucked into the thing, or you'll lose your capacity to charge these rechargeable batteries. There are rechargeable batteries in here, and they are replaceable. And pretty simple. Just going to take 2 of these screws here, make sure you measure them out, and then I'm going to screw them in through these little holes here to the siding or the molding trim above the door, and mount this up. And just like that, I have it mounted up on the door. Hard to see what it's going to look like at night, so I'm going to go do the gates, and then once I'm done with those, we'll come back at nighttime and see if these actually light up very well or not. Here we are at one of my 2 front gates to my backyard. Have this. I don't have the piece back on place, but just trying to get an eyeball. And I think if I place it right here, it should give me some good light. I just want to light up this whole mechanism, because sometimes at night I'm trying to put a key in here, especially on the other side, the other gate, can't really see what I'm doing, and so I have to use my phone camera light or something. So I'm just going to put this here on the structured stable part, so it's not going to be getting banged around, and then we'll get this mounted up. I have the light tacked up in place. No issues with door clearance, plenty of room. Screws are a little bit long, so they protrude out the back, but I'm not too worried about that, because I mean, this fence is nothing fancy. It's pretty much a cheap builder grade fence. And I'm gonna go to the other gate. Here is the dark side fence, much narrower. As you can see, it's a pretty narrow fence overall. And here's the cheap mechanism, my lock. And then I'm just gonna tack this one here, similar to the other side. So it should light down and light up this whole area here. So when I go and take the trash through, which my trash is on the other side of this gate here, put this here. But I mean, this fence is crap. Like I said, builder's grade fence. They slap these things together. Don't care how well they function. I mean, I could probably kick the fence over. Sure, a criminal could just headbutt it and it would shatter. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hang this up here and then we'll take a look. The last of the 4 of 6 lights that I have in place, this one on the dark side gate, is in place. Mounted it slightly differently. I actually did make it flush instead of kind of evenly here. It's a little bit further to the left of this, whatever these are called, slat, because this is pretty close on this side. Of course, you know, builder spec, so you know, they're just kind of winging it, but then clears nicely. That's going to get shooken around, so I'm curious to see if this one survives. But you can see this side wobbles. I guess I don't brace it to anything. And of course the screws do come out on the back side, but you know, it's on the ugly side, so it doesn't really matter. Of course, here's my lovely trash and recycling. And then I guess tonight I'll come and take a look at these, and then we'll see how they actually look and how well they illuminate everything at night. It is now evening. Here is the fence with the LED light. This camera doesn't really take good night stuff, so it's kind of hard to see, but in person I can see this lock. Here's my hand. I mean, it's nicely lit, so I can put the key in, unlock this, and you know, so it has a nice little dispersion. It's not super bright, which is what I did not want. I didn't want a spotlight on my fence here. So we're gonna go ahead and swing to the other side and take a look at the other gate and the shed. Here's the other side of the house. This side gets a lot more light because neighbor has, you know, a garage light. I have a street lamp over here, so this one's never been a big issue. But I didn't want one gate lit up and the other one not lit up. Here's the shed. As you can see, it's pretty lit up, but it's kind of offset by these windows of my neighbor's house. But you see it lights up the door pretty nicely. And even a little bit in front of the shed. And we'll swing to the other side, which should be darker and a better representation. And here's the back side, which is a little bit darker. I don't have any direct windows lighting it up, but definitely good enough to see the door handle. Yeah. So overall, looks pretty good. It doesn't have a obnoxious spotlight look. It's got a nice dispersed light that just gives me just enough light to see the door or the lock, so I can get in without having to scramble for a flashlight or have to mess around and use my phone light or anything like that. So anyways, I'll wrap it up with this. Overall, fairly happy with the product, and I guess time will tell on the longevity. So I'll report back if anything crazy happens or if it lasts like 2 or 3 days instead of a year or two. So all right, thanks a lot. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.